Until you stop lying to yourself and you start holding yourself accountable, that's when change is gonna happen. That's main character energy right there.
Who's that girl? That's me. I'm on fire. I'm a hot girl. I'm a hot girl. I get anything I want. This is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal.
Let's do this. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Main Character Manifesto. And you know what? Yes, we are absolutely friends. You know why? Because you showed up. You decided that you wanted to hear some positivity, and you said, you know what? Let me turn this on and listen to something that will make me feel a little bit better, a little bit brighter, that'll give me hope and light, and that will just give me a little bit of a spark in the positive direction for that day. That's what I want this podcast to be. I want it to be a space where people show up when they're feeling a little bit down or lacking some motivation or inspiration or positivity. Let this be your safe space. Let this be somewhere that you can go and lean on, where you can feel recharged, refreshed, and it adds a little pep in your step. You know what I mean? So let's talk today about what it means to be in the main character energy. Obviously, that is my whole brand to my business. If you didn't know, I am a life coach and I help women with their goals so that they can become the main character of their own lives. What does that even mean, you may be asking? Well, I'm about to break that all the way down. So today we're actually going to talk about the energy, the actions, what you actually do, what you actually don't do. And then in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to actually break it down on the steps on how to actually get there. So what does it actually mean to be in main character energy mode? My definition of being in main character energy is that you are showing up for yourself. You are doing all of those little things that you said you wanted to do someday, but then you're leaving them for later, right? So leaving them for later is not main character energy. That is holding you back from becoming that best version of yourself. In my personal experience, it has been a life journey, and I'm human. I'm absolutely not perfect. Just because I am now a life coach, it does not mean that I have everything figured out by all means. I still struggle every single day with decision making, overthinking, second guessing myself, imposter syndrome, all of the things that everybody deals with. I have just learned the tools to how to overcome these so that I can make the decisions every single day to move me forward to the goals that I want to achieve. Some of the goals that I have been working towards my whole life. Well, one of the biggest things that if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me, please go follow me. We have a great time over there. I'm also on TikTok. My social media will be posted in the show notes. If you want to come and hang out, you're more than welcome. So you will see that I post fitness related content all the time. Because to me, that is one of the biggest things that I can do for myself, for my health. One of my sayings the last couple of years has been health is wealth. And I have taken that from a book club person that I follow. I'm in her book club and she's great. And she talks about it all the time. She's got 3 little girls and she's always talking about health is wealth. For me, I have been into fitness and health since after high school. When I was young, I hated working out. It was literally the worst thing that you could do for me. I remember my dad's sister would look at me, and she lived with us at the time, and she would say, Ceci, you should really work out. You should really work out right now because you're young, your body's healthy. If you start building muscle now, you're not going to get cellulite. I mean, she was literally just trying to guide me and encourage me to go in the direction that she knew was going to be better for me. But I wasn't ready for that. I was like, hell no, no, thank you. Get out of my face. That is not for me. Let me go eat a stick of salami. Literally, no joke. I used to eat a stick of salami when I was younger. And I am a really amazing cook, not to brag, but those who know me know that I get down in the kitchen. And some of my memories are me whipping up these amazing, super fatty meals in the kitchen. And I remember my siblings would come over and they'd be like, what are you making? What are you eating? And I'd be like, well, I'm just making myself something to eat. And they'd be like, oh, can I have some? And, I think I actually don't even remember if I would share, but I was definitely into very unhealthy habits. So throughout high school, and throughout my youth, I struggled with weight. Right after high school is when I started to take health seriously. And it was more for the vanity portion because it really hurt my self-identity and my worth and my confidence and all of that to be, first of all, a very curvy woman. When I was growing up, having hips and being this curvy was not cute. I mean, my waist is as big as one of my thighs. The proportions are wild, and it was so embarrassing to me growing up. I wanted to disappear and blend in like everybody else. I just wanted like Cameron Diaz or Jessica Alba's body, where they were just skinny and straight and had no hips and washboard abs. But that wasn't my reality. My reality was that I was a curvy girl and I just needed to eat healthy and embrace my body. Now, that's taken me so many years to actually get here. And I'm not going to lie, it has absolutely helped that the perception of a curvy woman is now something that everybody wants. It's a little weird, I'm not going to lie, because the number of times that I have gotten asked if I have a BBL is kind of crazy, even though you can kind of tell. I mean, my butt's not like that perky like BBLs are. Anywho, I'm going off on a tangent, but my whole point of this little side conversation that we're having is that the things that I am spending the most amount of time in, those are the things that are gonna be moving me forward towards my goal. So when you're thinking about being in your main character energy, I kind of feel like health and fitness fits into everybody's main character energy. If you think about all of the super successful people, they have somehow figured out how to incorporate health and fitness into their life. Now, when you're climbing up the ladder and you're becoming more and more successful, you're able to incorporate that into your life way easier than someone who's working a 9 to 5 and maybe they're a single parent or their parents and they have all of these other responsibilities. Obviously, when there's a lot more money, things come to you way easier. But at the core, everybody benefits from investing in their health and their fitness. And it is almost like a domino effect. Once you start working in one area of your life, then another area starts to level up, and then another area and another area. That's why I put so much emphasis in my coaching page to show that I am showing up for myself every single day, because that is giving me the confidence that I can achieve something. So right now, I'm currently working towards a certain fitness goal. And I've never been able to achieve the kind of fitness results that I am achieving right now. And I think it's 100% attributed to my mindset and how I have been able to completely change my mindset and how I see health and fitness. I used to almost see it as torture. I mean, it's kind of weird and it's hard to explain. I enjoyed working out and I do enjoy eating healthy food, but it was almost something that I had to do. once I started to shift my mindset and look at working out and eating healthy like an athlete, this is my body, and my body is a machine, and this machine needs to run at its optimum level. What am I going to do to maintain this machine and to make it go as fast as it can and be as strong and be at the best level that it can be? Well, that means you get enough sleep. That means you lower your stress. That means you fuel it correctly. And everything else is gonna follow. Becoming a life coach has taught me so much. It gave me the tools that I needed to be able to shift my mindset, to be able to understand what were these things that were holding me back from obtaining what I wanted, from obtaining the results that I wanted. And one of the first areas in my life that I have seen a drastic difference is in my health and my fitness. For years, I had been stuck kind of like in this like yo-yo of like, you lose 5 pounds, you gain 5 pounds, you go up, you go down. And I was kind of like losing and maintaining the same 5 to 10 pounds. It was not budging. And I felt like I was in this constant hamster wheel where I was just doing the same thing over and over again, constantly on a diet, constantly tired. And I was just so over it. I did hire 2 coaches that have helped me tremendously with my fitness and my nutrition. So that has been amazing. But even working with them, I could not get over the hump. I was doing all of the right things that I thought I was doing, and I couldn't move forward. So finally, my coach said, listen, I'm looking at everything that you're doing, and it's your nutrition. Are you sticking to the nutrition? And when I sat down and I was honest with myself, I said, no, I'm not. Yes, I'm tracking, but then there's like a little bite here, there's a little bite there, and I wasn't keeping myself accountable. Now, think about all of the areas in your life that you think and you've been telling yourself that you've been giving it your all, but you're actually not. Like, are you actually showing up for yourself? Are you actually, okay, you want that new job? Have you updated your resume? Are you constantly looking to see who's hiring? Are you going to networking events? Like, how are you actually putting yourself in a situation to be able to get a promotion or to even get a better job in a different company? Like, are you actually doing it? We lie to ourselves so much. And until you stop lying to yourself and you start holding yourself accountable, that's when change is going to happen. That's main character energy right there. I mean, I'm definitely going to go into different areas like manifesting, the law of attraction, and all of these other things that I think are super amazing, and everything ties together. Everything is like a puzzle, and you just have to start putting the puzzle pieces together, and then things start to fall into place. It's actually a really amazing thing once you start to figure it out. It was like such a light bulb moment for me. I think that is one of the biggest reasons why I was called to become a life coach, and also now starting my own podcast, because once I understood the message and I understood how all of the laws of the universe work, I was blown away. I'm like, what? How is it that not everybody's talking about this? And why isn't everybody doing this? And don't get me wrong, I think now in the internet, everybody's talking about manifesting this, law of attraction this, law of attraction that. But I don't think people truly understand how it's broken down and how to actually get from, yeah, you can make a vision board and you can put your life on there, your dream life. You want to go to the Amalfi Coast, you want a Porsche, you want a beautiful relationship, you want a cute dog, you want a house with a view. Amazing. It's way more than just making a cute vision board, posting it up on your wall, and then sitting back and expecting it to happen. Like, no, girl, that's not how it works. There's actual steps that you need to take. There's things that you need to do behind the scenes to remove these thoughts that you don't even know are holding you back. There's a lot of work that needs to get done in order for you to achieve what your dream life is. And one of the first steps is acting like you already have it. So what is that person doing that has the job that is super successful? Well, if that person is going to have a very busy, intense job, then they're going to have to know how to manage their stress. They're going to have to be healthy and work out so that their body doesn't break down. Well, if you're not doing that now, what makes you think that you're going to be able to maintain that job that is going to be super demanding when your body's going to be breaking down? What do you think? How do you think you're going to react? The universe is not giving it to you because you're not acting like the main character that you want to be. In order to start attracting what you truly want, you need to start acting like you already have it. That also means that you need to let go of negative energy around you, negative friendships, negative mindsets. Actually, our mindset is one of our worst enemies. All of that negative talk that we give ourselves, like showing up and looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, you're fat, you look ugly. Like, all of these things are so horrible. And we are literally the worst Karen to ourselves that we could ever be. So you need to stop that. You need to start talking to yourself in a loving way and encouraging yourself and being kind and gentle. If you're not going to say that to a little 7-year-old version of yourself, why are you saying it to yourself now? It's just holding you back from everything that you want. So stop it. We're not doing that anymore. We were maybe doing that in 2024, but not 2025, baby. We're changing. We are glowing up. We're manifesting. We're getting everything we want. Who's ready? Let's do it. So now that we know that in order to be in our main character energy, we need to think in a positive way. We need to act in a positive way. We need to speak in a positive way. And you need to speak in a positive way to yourself and to the people around you. If you're constantly being negative and bringing others around you down, then that's not it either. You can't be doing that. You really need to figure out what is it that's making me feel this way. Because awareness is one of the best things that you can do so that you can start to make a change in your life. I know it can be super overwhelming to make huge changes in your life, but it's all about starting one step at a time. One of the exercises that I do with my clients is I have them do this worksheet that I give them. And this worksheet is a really helpful tool where they can do an overview of their life and they can fill out what level they are and where they want to be, kind of like the different ranges. And it gives you a really nice bird's eye view of where you are and where you want to be. I love this exercise. And this helps us figure out, okay, what areas do you want to work on first? Because you can't work on everything at the same time. It's going to be way too overwhelming, and you're probably not going to maintain that change over a long period of time. So if you take a more holistic approach where you analyze your life, you look at where you're at, you figure out where you want to be, and then you choose one of those areas to start working on it. If you want to start in your career, then we can implement those steps to move forward there. If you want to work on your relationship, maybe your marriage or your boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe you guys are lacking connection. So you can start looking, what are some steps that I can do to improve that? Or maybe it's your fitness or your friendships or your fun and adventure or your travel. There's so many different areas that you can actually actively start to move towards to get closer to where you want to be. And then once you achieve that, then you start on the next one, because by that time you already have the hang of this other one that you worked on. And then that's how you start to slowly layer and get closer and closer in all of the areas of your life to where you want to be. And if you feel like you need a little bit of support on how to figure this out, I do have the same worksheet that I give my clients to use, and it's completely free. You can download it. It's linked at the bottom of the show notes. So you can just click on that link, download it. And if you fill it out and you feel like you need a little extra support, a little extra guidance, feel free to email me, DM me, Telegram me. You can contact me. I'm easy to find, and I would be so happy to help you through your journey. So now that you know what it means to become the main character of your own life, it's going to make it so much easier, because now you are aware of the positive and the negative aspects of your life that you want to improve upon, so you can be closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, I would love for you to message me. Keep the conversation going. Find me on TikTok or Instagram. And if you're listening, I would love for you to take a screenshot and tag me. I would love to see who's listening, and I would love to hear your comments. And if any of this helped you, please let me know. I love to hear all of it. If you have a few extra minutes, please review, like, subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. And don't forget, the free PDF is linked at the show notes. So think of it as your little homework. You just have to press download, and then you can be one step closer to the awareness that you need so that you can become the main character of your own life. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.